All right, hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the bits, keeping my free bits from, uh, free bits from for you as usual. Thank you, Gandhi. Always helpful. Thank you for tuning in into this 1v1 matchup versus TGW and well, I'm just gonna call him LabyRinth because calling him Oh, it is For some reason, I look at that and almost say Laby, like baby, but it's LabyRinth. Anyways, does watching boiling water boil faster? I think there's an episode of Star Trek Next Generation that addresses that particular question for Data, so I'll let you refer to that. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. TGW versus LabyRinth here on Hammerfall. TGW spawning as the green Night Elf on the bottom right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, LabyRinth spawning as the teal orc on teal undead. Wow. Need to get my eyes checked. Crota, need to get your eyes checked. All right, hero choices are going to be Death Knight going up against, well, Altar of Elders Tavern hero should be a Fire Lord if current meta holds true, but we'll head on over to the Tavern now as we're getting close to that 2-minute 15-second mark. Hero of choice is going to be, wait, 2:15 now? No, waiting a little bit more. Waiting a little bit more. Oh, Acolyte wants to see what the hero is going to be, and it is going to be a Fire Lord. So Fire Lord, Lava Spawn already out. Death Knight already doing some creeping. Sold his Scroll of Town Portal. Picked up Rod of Necromancy and a Ritual Dagger as well. Low hit point Ghoul back on Blight, pulling away from the action as the Fire Lord actually bringing the fight over to the Undead base and leaving, yes, the Lava Spawns and the Ancient of War to do a little bit of attacking. All right, the Fire Lord is could be a bit of a threat, but with how wide the Undead army is and that 100-point hit point burst death coil, well, that Lava Spawn could get cleaned up early and then, well, cause problems later. Are the Lava Spawns going to split? Yes, they are. Death Knight now coming down across here. Meanwhile, where is the Fire Lord? Fire Lord says, are you really leaving your entire base out for me? I will go ahead and take it. One ghoul already down now, and the attacking is getting underway. However, the Night Elf base is also going to be very, very sparse. Are we going to get some attacks here, trying to, well, focus down a couple of these ghouls? One low hit point ghoul going to get finished off. There goes another low hit point ghoul. And you got to remember, these lava spawns do deal damage. You got to be careful, as there's going to be 3 lava spawns here now, going on into 4. All right, so a lot more damage, but what was this? We have a 4-unit lava spawn surround. Not something you see every day at all, as the lava spawns do not have much timed life. All right, lava spawns now making their way over. Ghoul going to go ahead and end up surviving here. Lava spawns scampering their way over. Archer going to go ahead and heal, as the ghouls know that the lava spawns do not have a very, very long life here. All right, they all, well, turn back into nothing as the Death Knight comes across here. Meanwhile, up off to the north here, we are looking at dual Ancients of War being built inside the base. TGW says, you know what? You want to turn this into a base race scenario? I can go ahead and do that. The Acolyte here could end up getting taken down, as we are looking at a Nerubian tower here as well. Fire Lord down to 234 hit points, as this Fire Lord is trying to get the last shot here. This lava spawn has made its way all the way over, and we are looking at Inferno being the ability down across here. All right, there's wisps all across the map here. Archers, what is going on in this matchup? Archers trying to get trained up. Skeletal minions making their way across. We are still mining a bit away. All of those wisps inside the gold mine surviving quite well, as the Ancient of War says, well, you let me just sprout here, so let's go ahead and engage. Ancient of Wars can easily regenerate some hit points by eating up the trees and then trying to take down these buildings. Meanwhile, more units are trying to retreat to the back here. Death Knight now heading the way off to the north, as the Ancient of War going to go ahead and root himself. Did he eat any trees? No, he didn't. I'm not quite sure why he didn't. This is normal attack damage from these Nerubian towers, so they still deal decent damage to these Ancient of Wars off across here. Meanwhile, Fire Lord does have boots of speed. Skeletal minions could try and, well, retreat back here, body block there, and able to do exactly that, allowing that ghoul to fall back home. A tree of life being built. Expo is, another Expo attempt is underway. LabyRinth sitting at 29/30 supply, still at Tier 1. We are looking at a tech to Tier 2 by TGW. TGW's base, remember, is also incredibly sparse as well, as the Fire Lord looks to clear out more creep camps and perhaps get to level 3. Alright. Potion of Invulnerability on the Fire Lord. That Inferno, I believe it's Incinerate. Yeah, Incinerate, not Inferno. Alright. In that damage there, Lava Spawn gonna go ahead and split. Level 2 Lava Spawns are out, adding in a Goblin Shredder as well to try and finish off these units. Meanwhile, Death Knight sitting at level 2, gonna go after the Giant Sea Turtle and the Hydras, clear them out as the Tree of Life is nearing completion, perhaps for this Southern Expo at the 6 o'clock spot. Skeletal Minion is gonna scout this out and sees that the army is right there. Wants to finish it off before you can actually spot that Tree of Life. It is cleaned up, explodes in a giant fiery ball of death as the Death Knight is very much nearby and is going to get scouted out here. All right, Lava Spawns. Here we are. Here we go. Couple of ghouls going to get, absolutely blasted. One ghoul blasted. Another ghoul gets taken down. More ghouls, more attacks. And there goes another ghoul, but that was denied right there. All right, going to try and finish off that Forest Troll Berserker. That's going to get taken down. Death Knight still sitting at level 2. Is he going to try to go after any of these units here, as the Death Knight could get to level 3 pretty easily. All right, Death Knight perhaps wanting to get the last final shot off on that Sasquatch. Going to go ahead and try and take down a Lava Spawn. Is denied by the creeps, and that would have opened up level 3 opportunities for the Death Knight. There is another deny right there. Just constantly denying left and right as the Death Knight finally gets up to level 3, wants to get the last hit on this Sasquatch, but the Death Knight taking now far too much damage. Alright, Skeletal Minions getting exploded. There's a Death Coil. Death Knight gets the last hit there and picks up a Circlet of Nobility. TGW must have suspected what exactly the Death Knight was trying to do. Try to get to level 3 and then get the last Death Coil hit on that Sasquatch and get a little bit more hit points and mana. He was able to Death Coil the Archer down as well. Constantly high risk, high reward situations in a game that's 8 minutes long, and both sides are sub 30 supply, 23 and 25, as TGW looks to try and take this Expo. Level 4 now on the Fire Lord. Gonna grab a Tome of Intelligence as well. Goblin Shredder. While wandering around here, we are at Tree of Ages, already teching the Tree of Eternity. No Hunter's Hall as of yet, as the Lava Spawns are still the main source of damage to be seen, and the main unit presence. 28 supply compared to 22. Death Knight. What is going on here? Wand of Illusion there to absorb some damage. Death Knight saying, are you really doing this right in front of me? And the answer is yes, I am, as a Goblin Alchemist is nearby to offer in a bit of support. More damage coming back across here. Chemical Raging Goblin Alchemist nearby. Lava Spawn getting in some easy attacks. Perhaps he's going to have a little bit of a split. Ring of Superiority +1 to every single stat, as the Death Knight retreats all the way back here. Attack after attack. Lava Spawn going to split there, and then perhaps try and go after another creep camp, as this Apprentice Wizard going to get cleaned up easily, giving level 2 to the Goblin Alchemist. Alright, Expo down here. We are looking at dual Ancients of Wind. Yeah, there was no Hunter's Hall that I saw, so Ancients of Wind now being trained up. Are we going to go into Hippogriff Riders? That is the question. Fire Lord, 2 Lava Spawns here. They're getting in as many attacks as they can. There is some Healing Spray. Not quite sure if the Healing Spray was necessary, as we see the Lava Spawns are going to split into 4 now. There you are, 4 Lava Spawns, a lot of damage. And with that sudden increase in damage, even though they may not stick around that long, level 4 and level 2 heroes able to clear out a red creep camp by themselves, and perhaps even giving level 3. No, not going to give level 3 to the Alchemist. He's going to be a little bit shy, as the Fire Lord took a little bit too much of that experience. All right, more damage going to get racked up onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now trying to retreat back. There goes a Frost Nova onto the Lich. Fire Lord taking a little bit of precious damage there. Potion of Potion of Invulnerability used, trying to go after some of these targets here. There's a little bit of an explosion. More damage there. Who's going to get the experience? That is the important question. Fire Lord gets the experience. However, I believe the Death Knight or the Lich gets the item in a Scroll of the Beast. All right. Unit's going to go ahead and retreat back, ensnare onto this Goblin Zeppelin. He's going to fall back again. It's in the bottom tray. It's... Oh, sorry. It's in the middle shelf on the right. It's still in that steel container. It's giant. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I need a parent. All right, I'm back. Parenting. All right, coming back around. A Lich. A Forest Troll Berserker going to go ahead and clear up Death Knight at level 3. Lich sitting at level 2. Good items here. Lich wanting to get to level 3 for those bursts against that Fire Lord hero who is rather low on hit points. Meanwhile, Goblin Alchemist already up to 900 hit points as a level 3 hero. As he is a, well, very, very large strength-based hero there. All right. Finally, we see... What is this? This is an interesting third hero. We are looking at a Priestess of the Moon as the third and final hero from the Night Elf, also picking up an Orb of Venom. Goblin Shredder, Druids of the Talon Mastery Training. Druids of the Talon, well, going to be able to engage. Staff of Preservation brings units back, and here we go. A bit of damage as Druids of the Talon now making their way over. Druids of the Talon, remember, they have piercing damage now in their air form, so they're actually useful against destroyers. For the longest time, Druids of the Talon had magic attack while in their air form, and because of that, they could not be used against destroyers, and it didn't really make sense as their air form only attacked other air, and there's nothing with actual like heavy armor aside from flying machines, and you wouldn't want to use Druids of the Talons against flying machines anyways. Go ahead and engage once more. More Druids of the Talon getting all cranked out. We do have Mastery Training, but until those destroyers are gone, well, they're just going to devour that magic, heal up a little bit more as we're looking at more engaging again. The Cyclones, however, are causing a bit of separation. There's some healing wave. Both sides are fighting their way through. There goes another, well, low hit point unit as the Fire Lord is going to get burst down. Staff of Preservation does save him as we see a low hit point destroyer trying to retreat to the back. Healing Spray doing its magic. Fire Lord trying to make its way back over. More Devour magic again as the Druids of the Talon are trying to poke after the destroyer, and well, that piercing damage does its thing. Both sides still fighting. However, web now completed by the Crypt Fiends, and those Druids of the Talon suddenly saying, you know what, it's better to have boots on the ground than, well, I guess, wings on the ground here as we see the web slowing things up. Chemical Raging Goblin Alchemist trying to chase after all of these units. More damage coming across here as the Lich, well, trying to retreat its way back again and again. Fire Lord, Chemical Alchemist units still chasing across here. Low hit point as the Obsidian statues need time to replenish the hit points and the mana of this undead army. Meanwhile, chasing, however, the Druids of the Talon trying to go after these units as we're looking at more of these Crypt Fiends getting pulled away. Every time you want to try to stop your opponent here, you're just forcing a Cyclone. There's a Devour Magic. Are we going to see a Death Coil? Yes, in time to save that Destroyer as the Crypt Fiends are starting to overrun these Druids of the Talon again. 48 supply compared to 45, and that may be it. LabyRinth actually has left the game. Night Elf coming out on top seemed a bit premature, but that was because the Death Knight has fallen at level 4. Without the Death Knight, no more giant burst heals, and the Priestess of the Moon bringing that Orb of Venom damage alongside the Fire Lord. Dual Orbs of Venom, that damage over time, really just ticking away at those units. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Here are the final scores. Fire Lord, Alchemist, and Priestess of the Moon, right? Who would have thought it?